Not every as seen on TV product's a waste of money, but how would you really know unless you try them? Or better yet, we try them for you. We're gonna take a look at some unusual tools and find out if they're worth your cash or better off in the trash. Thanks to Wix for sponsoring this video. Click the link in the description and make your own professional website in just minutes. First out the tool bag is the InstaHang, a easy and efficient way to hang just about anything in seconds. Wait, can't you already do that? It comes in a dazzling 47-piece set, and each peg can hold up to 10 pounds, so there's no reason to keep anything on your floor anymore. After cutting open the packaging, we've got the device itself, as well as a ton of pegs, caps, and hooks. If you flip the packaging over, on the back you'll find some directions to get the InstaHang going. The unit is primarily of plastic design, with a silver plunger at the top that you'll use to drive the peg into the surface. There's also a small bubble underneath to ensure that your anchors are level. To start loading it up, slide the black topper backward. You'll reveal 4 pegs to place your hooks on. Give the rear a slight half turn and the sliding spring should come right out. Next, just load your clip and replace the spring. It's really just a 3-step process. Pick it, pack it, fire it up. Come along. Hang a picture on my wall. All you've got to do is choose your mark, hold the unit against the wall, and after making sure it's level, give the plunger a hefty tap. As you can see, hanging a few paintings from the local talent can be done in mere moments. We do want to mention that the InstaHang doesn't only work well on drywall. Take this outdoor pillar for example. After lining it up and giving it a good smack, our peg becomes a permanent fixture, ready to display all of our finest art. With everything said and done, the InstaHang does work. It's a quick way to ensure a level hang, and it works fairly well on multiple surfaces. Unfortunately, thumbtacks and nails are already a thing, and you could easily just use those instead of these similarly shaped pegs at a fraction of the price. So unless you're looking to do some rapid-fire thumbtacking action, you're probably good with what you've got in your junk drawer already. Greased up and ready for a good time is the Sportsman Pocket Chainsaw, for when you want to tackle some light logging on the go, but without the complications of modern machinery. Our treasure came wrapped in a beautifully designed cardboard chest with a picture of Bullwinkle on it. Cracking it open, we've got a fashionable belt pouch as well as a small bag containing a bonus fire starter. Inside the pouch is another bag containing the saw, compactly wrapped and ready for use. First impression? It's lightweight yet sturdy. Other than the nylon handles at each end, it's constructed very similarly to a traditional chainsaw. While working out our kinks, we noticed there weren't as many saw blades as we had expected initially, nor do they look particularly sharp. But let's give this a try on some forestry behind the household hacker layer. Grabbing each handle and going in a smooth but steady back and forth motion, you should be able to work right through anything that gets in its path. Surprisingly, even thicker branches were no match for the raw power of these crazy back and forth dance moves. The outer layers shed almost immediately, and the entire process is much more painless than you'd expect. That being said, the chain did manage to get itself stuck in just a couple of our tests. This is easily fixed, but you would want to be careful because the friction you're creating will make the chain quite hot. Now that we've tested the blades, let's cut open this watermelon to cool them off a bit. Just place your fruit right on the table and sneakily wrap your blade around it. Once it's positioned, give it a hearty pull. This may take a few tries, but you'll be left with a nice, cleanly cut watermelon, and of course a picnic to remember. This method also works great on a bottle of water if your lid's stuck. Just slide the chainsaw around the midsection and give it a yank. You'll know you were successful if you end up with most of the water on your clothes. In fact, the pocket chainsaw works well on any fruits or vegetables that dare enter your domain. All in all, the Sportsman Pocket Chainsaw really surprised us in a good way. We recommend it to you. Not only is it easy to use, but it's compact enough to put in your camping bag. Unfortunately, it's hard to find this thing in most stores, so if you're planning on doing a little logging, you'll probably have to head to the Amazon. Did I just polish my grapple? Nope. It's the TAC Tool, an as-seen-on-TV multi-tool that houses 18 tools in one. Let's bust it out and see what it's made of. Inside the packaging, we've got the multi-tool, instructions, and the all too familiar arbitration agreement, as well as another sweet addition to our utility belt. The TAC Tool has a decent weight to it and it feels reliable. A small clasp on the bottom transforms it from hammer to wrench, with the sharp-edged tools and screwdriver concealed safely away. The pouch makes no such guarantees, however, as the majority of the tool fits directly inside, but leaves the pointy claw sticking out. Hammering nails is a non-issue for the TAC Tool, and removing them is just as quick. Not so much when it comes to the screwdriver, though. It requires a very steady hand, or it wants to repeatedly fold back into its base. The blade within managed to slice this tomato with no issues and looks gorgeous. The branch saw was also very sharp, although it really wanted to get stuck in the center of the branch. During this process, we noticed that using any of the interior objects, you'll have to constantly be aware of the hammer claw, as it'll sneak out and poke you in the wrist if you're not wearing gloves. When opening it up to test the wire cutter, we discovered that this thing is more appropriate for wire stripping than cutting, as it wouldn't even get through this thin cord due to the lack of a sharp edge on the cutter itself. Giving it a go on some speaker wire was also a poor attempt, which is why we've demoted it from cutter to crimper. When it comes down to it, this thing isn't bad. If you're in a pinch or just need a couple tools to take with you, the TAC Tool could be for you. But if you expect every option to be a grand slam, you're really setting yourself up for disappointment. The MagnoGrip is not only a magnetic fashion statement, but it's also a pocketless tool holder to allow you to forego the need of a helping hand. Getting in that packaging, this nylon bracelet is well made and rugged, but not heavy at all. Opening the Velcro fastener, you can see that this strap is a one-size-fits-all situation, and it has plenty of room to spare. After slapping the wrist with a handful of screws, the MagnoGrip seems to be in working order, except for the nail that was dropped as a booby trap. To see how it performs when things get shaken, we overloaded the wristband with a handful of about 18 nails. Although we did lose about 6 here, it's doubtful that you'd be shaking it all about or have that many with you in the first place. It's almost like having a personal assistant, just keeping everything handy without searching for that elusive screw in your pocket. To give you a real measure of the magnet's strength, we pegged the strap to a post and grabbed anything nearby. Scissors are no problem, but larger heavy tools won't stand a chance. Surprisingly, the TAC Tool is an ideal weight to hang on for dear life with, and it could still be the multi-purpose miracle that you've been longing for. As far as we're concerned, MagnoGrip is a welcome addition to any project. Having a wristband that securely stores your nails and screws is great. It's sure to make any project go that much smoother. And speaking of smooth projects, I want to thank Wix for sponsoring this video. Wix is a website building platform that features hands down the best drag and drop design editor that I have ever used. And on top of that, it's free. Just make sure to click the link in the description below. You don't need to know how to code or even a thing about design. They've got tons of fully customizable templates that you can adapt to whatever your needs may be. I didn't want anything too fancy, just an easy to access, straightforward list of our videos while also providing a way to get a hold of us. The editor's an absolute dream to use, allowing me to quickly add menu items, which also automatically created a new page for me. But my main goal was to feature our latest video and then have an automated video feed directly under it. Wix already had a system in place to do just that. Simply added a few household hacker playlists to my account, and they pulled in all the videos for me to use wherever I needed on my site. I was able to put my featured content piece at the top, resize it appropriately, and even add some shadow for emphasis. Directly under that, I wanted to put the rest of the videos. So this is pretty close to what I was looking for, and it didn't take all but 10 minutes to do. In terms of features, I'm hardly scratching the surface. You can run chat rooms, forums, even run your own online store if you want. So go try Wix yourself. Click the link in the description or head to wix.com/go/householdhacker. Thank you so much for watching our video, and again, a huge thanks to Wix. Make sure that you're subscribed by clicking that subscription button. You can also feel free to leave some comments in the comment section below. Alright, that'll do for now. See you next time.
Nothing like a nice chainsawed tomato.